Hello everybody, Ian Robson, welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. Man, I love coffee. It's funny because I only drink coffee two or three times a week, but it's still so enjoyable. Anyways, I posted a little video the other day. It was of a John Deere 323E, and most people seem to really like it. All I did was a quick little walk around of a John Deere 323E that we're using, which is a skid steer for those who don't know. Just a little walk around. That's what we're using to unload pallets from trucks and whatnot right now. We were using I always get it wrong, I think it was a 304K, which is much nicer. First of all, it had a cab, so the inside didn't get wet. And second of all, you can see what you're doing way better. Anyways, my question in the video, well, just in the title, I said, do you want to see more of that kind of stuff? And a lot of people said yes. So my question would be, well, what do you want to see more of? Do you want to see more of just me walking around tractors that we have in the yard once in a while? Or do you want to see more in-depth stuff? Like, I don't know everything about all the tractors, but I can easily, learn a little about it. I know some stuff, but not everything. So I'm gonna have to get one of my colleagues to help me out at some point, because I don't sell any of the agricultural stuff. I sell the lawn and garden up to about a 4000 series, which goes up to 4052, I guess it would be 52 horsepower tractor, and then anything kind of above that kind of gets into agricultural, because you can do a 5045 or you can do a 5065E, and then it goes up from there basically. So anyways, I can do some more videos about that, but let me know what specifically, or if you have any specific thoughts as to what type of videos you would like to see in that realm of things. Somebody said just more outside videos. I'm like, I can do that, that's not a problem. I'm outside a lot, but usually it's for fishing, not necessarily for gaming related stuff or something that relates to farming. So sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It just depends on what's going on. So I'll have to give you a soybean update or something. So anyways, that's why I just had that question in relation to that. Anyways, I don't know, I noticed that Steam sent me a little email about, or has a new update, or one of the games got updated. And one of the games that got updated was Train Sim World. Because originally, I guess it was released as Train Sim World, or CSX Heavy Haul was the name of the game, and now it's released as Train Sim World. Now the funny thing is, so I own Train Sim World, I guess now, because I had the other game, but I only had the CSX Heavy Haul, but now they've added some more DLC you can buy. But it seemed like they re-released it as Train Sim World, so I don't know how that's supposed to work. In terms of, I didn't buy any of the DLC because the game never worked 100% for me, and apparently it didn't for a lot of other people as well. So I was reading through some of the comments of the release of Train Sim World, and most of them weren't very positive. Like, the game itself, it's a good game, but it wasn't very well optimized, so it never played well on my PC, at least. It was released, well, the original release date wasn't July 24th, 2018. It was way before that. So here's what they recent reviews. So it has 100 recent reviews. They're all mixed, and then out of all the reviews it has 1,792 mixed reviews. So you do the math and figure it out. I don't know. There are some other options out there. Like, this game is a really, if you can get it to run nicely on your PC, it's great. But I never got it to run nicely on my PC, so I didn't like recording it because it just tore up my video card and my PC for that matter. So anyways, but I just thought it was kind of interesting to see how they released it. Dovetail makes some really great games. Euro Fishing, which I really liked that game. They did a good job. Like, out of most of the fishing games, they did a really good job in that game. I think they also did Flight Sim World, I believe. I think they did originally. And then now they have, at least, and it used to be Microsoft Flight Sim X, or I don't know, one of those ways. And Train Sim World, it's probably a great game if you get it to run properly, but it never worked 100% for me personally. I know some people, even with super huge high-end rigs, had problems with it, so maybe it's been better optimized now after a year. I don't know, some people in the comments were saying it was a bit of a reboot, so anyways. So the funny thing is, I have that game. Let's see what else I have in terms of train games. I have, let's see, I actually broke my games down into simulators. I have a whole section. So I have Train Sim World, which I haven't played a whole lot of, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot of. I also have Trains a New Era, depending on who you talk to. Where is that? Trains a New Era. There we go. I also have that one. And I also have Train... Where is it here? Train Simulation, I guess is the other one I have. Yeah, Train Simulator, which I also have that game. And now this one's been updated to Train Sim... Oh, what do they even call it now? I think it's Train Sim 2018. So it's the game they constantly update that game. So I have only one DLC for that game, and that game worked relatively well for me. And I have the Canadian DLC, so it's the one that goes through the Rocky Mountains and whatnot. So, and then of course I have Railway Empire as well. So those are the games I have that are train-related games. So I have kind of a few selections already. So a lot of train games I don't jump on. So far, actually, the game that's run the best, and I haven't played a whole lot of it to be honest with you, is Trains a New Era. That game actually runs the smoothest out of all of them so far. Train Sim World never really run super well on my computer. Train Simulator, it was okay, but then there'd be times where it had to load, and that would be where I run into problems. But Trains a New Era was, even though it wasn't, there were some things that were missing maybe out of that game, it ran probably the best out of all of them. So it was kind of bizarre how that works out. Excuse me. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they did that. So, And apparently, what was the other one I just saw? There was another new and updated game in the Steam. I like how they say update. They give you the updated game. So, out of the 4 games that they say recently were updated, it's AI War Fleet Command. I own that game, although I've never played it. Hacknet, I've played that game a couple times. It's pretty good. And then Train Sim World. And what was the other one? 911 Operator apparently was updated as well, which I own that game. Pure Farming 2018, I own that game too, which has also been updated recently. Automation, that's been updated. No, it has been updated, and I have that game. I haven't played that one in a while. Automation's a car game where you build your cars. Oh, they've actually changed it a little bit too, so I'll have to revisit that game. Yeah, so like, out of all the games, I think there's 2 that are on my wish list, and the rest I own apparently. And I guess this is from my list. That's probably why they're doing this, but I just thought it was kind of funny. It's funny how you run into that kind of situation. Like, I don't know, a lot of those games I have because of Humble Bundle. I don't know. Usually there's like 1 or 2 games in the Humble Bundle that I want to get, and that's the reason why I end up getting like a bunch of games I don't play very often. I just install them on the PC or put them into my Steam library, and then one day when I want to check out a new game, I just load up one of those games, and sometimes they're really good actually. What was the game I did that with? Super Meat Boy is a game I have. Hilarious game, music's amazing, super hard, but it's a great game, worth checking out if you can get it on sale too. But it's like an old style arcade type game where you just die and die and die and die. It's difficult, very difficult. So funny game though. Anyhow, so let's go fishing this afternoon with my dad. We're gonna go to north of where I live now, so it should be kind of interesting. In Northern Ontario, I guess. It's not really, I don't know, I don't consider it that Northern Ontario, but I guess in relation to like Toronto area, I guess it would be Northern Ontario, so I don't know. It's funny, every time we've gone up north to go fishing somewhere, we haven't caught any northern pike, which is kind of, it was bizarre. Like the last place we went and fished, we were supposed to catch, there's supposed to be a lot of muskie there. Didn't even see one muskie. Didn't even see one follow one of the lures that we were using either, which is kind of funny. All we caught was like rock bass and smallmouth, and that was it. So my dad was happy with that. Anyhow, I just got a recent shipment from Amazon, which is pretty sweet. I always like getting stuff from Amazon. I bought this Plano box, which is like a waterproof box for my wallet. Well, it's probably fine, but for my phone primarily, or anything else I want to put in there that needs to be waterproof, basically. And then I also got this KastKing Centron reel. This is one of the cheaper reels actually that they have. I think it was like $36, so it's pretty cheap in comparison to some reels or some other reels you can potentially buy. Like The one bait casting reel that I own is an Abu Garcia Revo SX, I think it is, and like that retails for like $150 brand new. Just to put it in perspective, at least, and that's not even the most expensive one. That's like maybe middle of the line in terms of reels. And there's a new reel just came out, Shimano Corrado DC, I think it is, which is like an electronic reel. So when you cast, it makes like their computer chip adjusts their brakes a little bit, so you have less backlashes. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Anyhow, okay. Anything else I want to mention? Nope, that's it for me for today. So like I said, let me know about that John Deere 323 video. Let me know what you'd like to see more of in terms of that, and we'll go from there. My name's Ian Robson. Until next time, enjoy the coffee. So good.